Thanksgiving week on Beyond the Gates unfolds with a mix of emotional tension, unexpected shifts, and the kind of subtle relationship cracks that start quietly but carry long-term consequences. Even though the holiday brings a few repeats and preemptions, the drama that does air carries enough weight to linger well beyond the week. Everything starts with the sense that families want to come together and enjoy a peaceful celebration. But as usual, the undercurrents inside Fairmont Crest twist those intentions into something far more complicated. Leslie enters the Thanksgiving atmosphere with no real expectations, still carrying the exhaustion of the past few weeks, the hurt she's been pretending to rise above, and the quiet resentment she hasn't voiced. But the holiday ends up shifting something small but important for her when she meets someone new. Someone who doesn't overwhelm her or try to charm her, but simply sees her. Their interaction begins gently, almost accidentally, yet it brings an ease she hasn't felt in months. Instead of forcing polite conversation or keeping her guard up, she finds herself opening up naturally, laughing lightly, feeling understood instead of judged. It's not a dramatic romantic spark, but the connection settles into her like warmth after a long cold season, nudging her toward the idea that maybe she doesn't have to remain stuck in the same emotional cycle. This new presence makes her experience the entire holiday differently, and it plants the possibility of a healthier future, one she hadn't considered until now. While Leslie quietly discovers comfort, Hayley's Thanksgiving takes the opposite path. She arrives hoping for a day that's steady, predictable, and affirming, especially with Bill by her side. Instead, she watches as Bill gets pulled into a Dupree family tradition, something intimate and meaningful to their family, and he embraces it with an enthusiasm that catches her off guard. At first she just observes, trying to understand why it bothers her, but as she sees Bill smiling, laughing, and blending into a tradition that has nothing to do with him, her annoyance slowly builds into hurt. What unsettles her most isn't the tradition itself, but the feeling that he's slipping into someone else's family space, choosing to sink into their comfort instead of focusing on her, or reading the signals she's quietly putting out. She wanted this holiday to be theirs, not a moment where he forgets how much weight these moments carry for her. Bill, on the other hand, is completely unaware of the emotional landmine he's stepping on. To him it's harmless, just being polite, being included, feeling part of the warmth of the room. He thinks he's doing the right thing by participating, assuming Hayley will see it as friendly and wholesome. What he doesn't realize is that, in his eagerness to fit in, he's making Hayley feel overshadowed and sidelined. She stands there watching him, feeling increasingly invisible, while he pours his energy into a tradition that holds meaning for someone else's family. The longer it goes on, the more she feels a quiet distance growing between them, a shift she can't quite articulate yet but knows is there. Because of the holiday schedule, viewers won't get a full uninterrupted block of episodes. Some days will feature repeats and others may be preempted entirely. But the emotional beats that do air are strong enough to set the tone for what's coming next. Thanksgiving becomes less about the food and the festivities and more about the small fractures forming beneath the surface. Leslie is reminded that she deserves warmth and genuine connection. Hayley is forced to confront the insecurity that rises whenever she feels replaced or overlooked. And Bill, unknowingly, is creating a problem that won't disappear once the holiday decorations come down. By the end of the week, Thanksgiving isn't remembered for peace or togetherness, but for the way it shifts dynamics in quiet, irreversible ways. Leslie steps toward something new without even meaning to. Hayley begins to question where she stands,